You have died of dysentery. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a grand arena story. We're wrapping up this 3v3 season here, folks, and we just finished a fight with Heinze. Go check that video out. It's the most recent one that I released. And anyways, the defenses that I'm using are going to be the same exact as Heinze. Scouted my opponent a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I think we're going to be fine the way things are situated right now. So it didn't change anything. So in the video description, you can go find my defenses. They're going to say, like, there's a link to a video, no ads or anything. They're going to say something like, you know, my defenses against Heinze, something like that. But they're also my defenses against this enterprising young fellow whose name is Gundo. He's a 300,000 more GP, which isn't that bad. He does have me beat on mods pretty bad, like just because I have almost the same 25 plus speed mods. The middle segment are just not as strong, and I mean, he spends money on mods, you can see, because he's got 1300 6 dots versus my 600 something. So you know, I'm pretty diligent about modding. I just don't spend money on it, so there's that. Relics and Datacrons. It's interesting because Arnold just recently, just casually on his stream, looked at my roster, and he didn't look at the stats or anything. He was just like, oh wow, yeah, okay, Xaereth is like top, you know, he's like one of the top 10 like whales on Datacron, something like that. And it's funny because it's not close. I'm not close to that. I barely spend money on Datacrons. I do spend money, but I barely spend it. And, I mean, I think just like this opponent, who's a little bit ahead of me, but, I mean, like, I think there's one guy in my whole group who has worse relics than me, or sorry, Datacrons than me. So, I don't know. That's just kind of made me chuckle. I'm like, I think Arnold could look at his guild and see 49 people who have better Datacrons than me. So anyways, it made me laugh. So if you want to support the channel for free, folks, all you've got to do is hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment, all three of those, ding the bell if you want that juicy daily content here. Help me mount the algorithm, folks. The algorithm is a top 10 Datacron Kraken. So there is that. Let's go get our fight on here, folks. Let's do it. So yeah, go watch the little mini video of my defense if you want. But yeah, he's got the Kiadi team. He's got Mon Mothma like in the front bottom zone, which is very surprising. Jabba, a Darth Revan team, and with the tank revive Kron. And then a Ray team with the no crit Kron, which is pretty scary. Let's see, there's an Iden team up top with Magma Trooper, which is interesting. You guys will get to see that, of course. Let's see. AdRad, Malgus. So, I don't know. So it's like barely, you know, a couple GLs up front, but nothing too crazy, actually. So here, let's get the numbers on here, folks. Remember, if we can get to 15, that's the number we have to reach in order for this fight to, I don't know, for us to be able to, I don't know, have full cleared, or I guess be on the final squad. So, yeah. Anyways, this is pretty sketch. This is a pretty sketch fight, always for me, because as I explained in my last video, I need to remod a little bit to get 000 to be the weakest. At some point he was the weakest, and then some modding thing happened. I don't know what event that was. I must have just given 000 something to give him a little more strength than I wanted him to. But because we want that 20% turn meter Kron to actually make him go right after Aphra. That's what we want. And it's not happening. So who knows, guys? Yeah, they're doing a number on poor old BT1 there, folks. And yeah, okay, so they do have the tank revive cron on here, which is a little bit scary because Chrysanthemum revived immediately instead of waiting a little bit for Jabba to resummon him. But we are out of the little blue thermal detonators are gone. Okay, so BT1 is a goner. We can revive him though. That's no big deal. I was actually starting to curse myself pretty harshly because this is looking pretty sketchy. Like we have 4 thermals on 000. BT1 is dead. Aphra's doing half damage because of Chrysanthemum, and now Chrysanthemum is taunting. Like this is a pretty bad space to be in. My Aphra team has not failed me yet on Jabba, but it's come real close. Every time it's come real close. Or not every time, I should. So sometimes it's like, oh wow, that was easy actually. Okay, so BT1 manages to hose them all down with a nice spray of damage. That's nice. It's cool, guys. Give Jabba a little slice with the commando, and guys, we'll just keep increasing his cooldowns till he has an infinite number of time until his next cooldown, right? So got the win. Cool. We're gonna use Grand Inquisitor here against his Qui-Gon, because why the heck wouldn't we? And yeah, okay, so his Anakin doing things that I don't want his Anakin to do, because we have buff immunity on 9th Sister here, which is kind of a mess, in fact. Because otherwise we would get that damage immunity on 9th Sister. But we're not getting it because we have buff immunity. Oh, there we go. 56. Easy peasy. Really easy counter these days, folks. As long as you have that cron. I decided to risk it a little bit here, guys. This Revan team has a tank revive cron, so that means if we kill Malgus, we have to kill him twice. Except my Dark Trooper actually, gosh, he critted on his AoE. Remember, he can crit when he does his AoE. He has the no revive cron from droids. So as long as he is the one who kills Malgus or Malak, whatever his name is, the guy without a chin, the chinless man, the man with sparrow legs and an overly optimistic loincloth. Just trying to compensate for his lack of chin, I'm sure. But see how we killed him there, and he's not reviving because screw him. But also, gosh, poor old Piet, man, just took it on the chin there. 50 banners is not great, but we were able to avert disaster by preventing the revive at least. Now, he's got the no revive cron on Rey, which is super rare. It's very, very difficult to get. I have re-rolled and re-rolled and re-rolled on crons. It's my #1 priority, and I cannot get it. I can't roll it. I hate the weighted aspect of data crons so much. It is crazy, just crazy frustrating. So, anyways, we can't use Dash here. Dash I'm saying Dash, sorry, Starkiller. Can't use Starkiller here. We did kill Hoda, which is nice, and even before Hoda was able to do Master's Training on Rey, which is nice. I mean, that's luck of the draw. He just 50-50s it. Just flips the frickin' coin. But, yeah, so we're just waiting. She has a bunch of turn meters, so we pop our ult. And I guess we can train Ben. Mr. Sweatstain himself may as frickin' well, right? But yeah, we've got to do the mirror match, and the mirror match has been fairly reliable for me. Though, yeah, gosh, Ben revived. It's been reliable for me. It's always been pretty low banners lately with Ben and whatever build they're using. It's been pretty low. Alright, so we gotta get Rey back down into yellow before we can kill Ben. We killed him once, but then, gosh, Gosh, poor old Hoda. Alright, let's take out Ben here. And he can't revive now because that was a whirlwind. And, okay. So we just have to play our cards. We have to be smart about things. A little bit. Trying to be smart, at least. Hopefully we don't just die from her ult here. Good. Okay, we got our ult right before. We're just in time, and then she was prepping herself from a big hit from Rey, and Ben is like, I'll just kill her now. He was like Anakin. He's like, I'm taking her now, and it actually worked, unlike Anakin when he tried to do it. So after a while of thinking, I was like, you know what? I'm saving. I've only used what? One GL, one Galactic Legend right now. So whatever he's got in the back zone, I'll be able to handle it. I don't need Maul. Even if he has General Skywalker in the back, I'll be able to handle it. And honestly, when I was scouting him, he had actually just been using General Skywalker on offense anyway. So I was like, you know what? That's about the only use Maul has been for me on defense lately. May as well just throw him... just get a guaranteed kill on Mothra, easy kill, and yeah, it ended up working a little bit. So yeah, nothing too crazy. No GLs in the back. So we've got 6 on offense, or sorry, 5 on offense, which is a little bit scary, but that just means we have to be efficient. And the first thing we want to do, don't get to use Wampa to is the primary source of offense much lately. It's just tough. People place defenses that stop Wampa, and but I mean, this Iden team is pretty wide open. I don't really know if it was like, oh hey, look, there's 2 stormtroopers here. No, I mean, I'm sure my opponent wasn't stupid. I don't mean to imply that. I just It's just interesting. What's interesting too, guys, is that we're how did Wampa get here? Of all the locations he could possibly be, I feel like this is one of the least likely, unless he's just a distant relative to Ewoks and he's just like visiting on vacation. In which case, we've misunderstood Wampa pretty severely, in fact. But yeah, he is here to rescue the Ewoks from the encroaching Imperial troops. He's gonna make sure that the Ewoks feast well tonight. I mean, for that matter, he's gonna feast well, I think. As far as I know, he's just gonna, you know, do what the Ewoks do and eat other sentient beings. It's horrifying. So, yeah, Magna Guard just, like, suicided on Wampa. He was like, I'm gonna throw a thermal and another one, and I'm dead. But, the, you know, Stormtrooper's a little bit less gung-ho about things. They're racking up dots as well. Let's, alright, so yeah, Iden, gosh, we almost got him. We have 2.5 minutes left. Ramping damage. Not too worried, to be honest. Like, we're just biding our time, being patient. Yeah, alright, so Stormtrooper doesn't have his revive buff anymore, and then he died of sadness, which is great. And then Iden died of sadness, which is also great. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh. Alright, so let's use Hondo to kill this Malgus team. I had been considering using my Jedi Revan, Jedi Luke team, like Jedi Luke as lead, but Hondo didn't really have any other targets, and I knew I could beat this team with Hondo, or at least I suspected. So you just keep Hondo in timeout as much as you can. It's not going to happen as easily now that we are, well, not now, I guess we have one more season of 5v5, but until his Kron goes away. Once his Kron goes away, though, Hondo will still be good, but he won't reduce his own cooldowns nearly as quickly. So yeah, he'll probably still take this Malgus team out, to be honest. You just gotta be patient, and L3 just paid the price of, you know, me preaching patience. So it's alright. It's alright. It's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. Kira is being kept safe a little bit, though. Look at you, Kira. Oh yeah, Malgus. Somehow Malgus returned. He has a tank Kron as well. Tank revive Kron. And it doesn't matter. It availed him not. Cool, so we killed about half the teams. Now, no GLs left, but a lot of tough teams, including this Zorii team here. And we're doing it about double speed here because it is a fight that takes a while. And, you know, you can do Bad Batch, you can do a few other different comps. And I've explained it before in other videos, but for those of you who haven't watched those videos, you have to, you need to put buff immunity onto. Well, first off, you have to kill someone. One of the droids you need to kill, and then if you can kill BB-8 as well, because he's got the VIP thing, so that's like healing Zorii and healing himself and stuff. Okay, so killed him. So no more VIP, but Zorii keeps regenerating those spare parts on everyone except for her. And so I mean, when you hit her though, she generates all those stacks of protection unless you put buff immunity on her, which I did have, and now we need to apply again. Come on guys, just do it. We need to apply it. So BB-8 continuously taunting is real irritating. It's the enemy of the people in reality. So, you know, I'm putting it on my axis of evil. And yeah, we've gotta do it, guys. Gotta take these guys out. And okay, R2-D2 is actually really close to death anyways. I decided that let's just take him out. Let's just kill him. May as frickin' well. So that way, even if we time out here, we have someone dead. Though, I mean, this comp is incredibly difficult to take out anyways, even if you do take one of the characters out, unless it's Zorii, in which case you probably take the other ones out as well. So, you need buff immunity on BB-8, and then you need buff immunity on Zorii as well, if you can. So, you know, making sure you have the 3 stacks of translation and are reducing those cooldowns. It eventually makes sense. Okay, we got 40 seconds left though, and all right, we got rid of spare parts once. Remember, the BB-8 gets foresight all the time for all sorts of awesome reasons. So we got 12 seconds left, guys. I put it on auto. Please, thank goodness. Okay, 57 banners. No, never a doubt, right? Alright, we still have Starkiller, of all things. We have 3 Galactic Legends and Starkiller. I decided to use Starkiller here on this pretty fast, pretty strong AdRad team. Because it's a good team. So I had 6 exposes on Starkiller there, and I'm glad he didn't just keel over. And then Jin actually had the opportunity to do more damage to him with 2 more exposes. That would have been another 40%. Probably wouldn't have killed him, but would have gotten him close. So, yeah. We just gotta wait for our Star Destroyer of healing here, I guess. Heal ourselves, try to stun, all of that. Well, Jin can't be stunned, but yeah, just take out AdRad. K2SO's like, I'm supposed to be taunting, and I'm like, well, why don't you do it? And he didn't respond because he was dead. So, pretty cool stuff. Good banners there. And then this one, I thought this was going to be interesting. So I took Gideon here, so that we could do the Gidme thing. But then I also wanted Mace here because this nest does have her Datacron, which means she's healing herself way more than usual. And the idea though is every time Mace hits her with Shatterpoint, well, you know, when she's got Shatterpoint on, then he reduces her max health by 10%. Which means like all of the bonus protection that she gets is based off of her max health. And so if you can turn her max health into 0, then she's not getting any bonus protection. You're able to just kind of one-shot her. I mean, she's still got her base protection that she's regenerating because of the Kron, but it's nothing too crazy. This is a weird variation of the Gidme squad, however, in my opinion. Alright. keep paying off extortion until Nute is gone. Freaking Nute, man. Alright, 21 stacks on Padme. There we go. Alright, and then I was like, I hope we don't time out here. Just gotta keep armor shredding, so we're doing more damage. Like, no, now she's minus 75% for total armor. Apparently I missed there, but alright, cool. Took her out. 55 banners, that's not too bad. Kind of a weird comp there. I liked Gideon there to help boost my damage, but maybe Snips probably would have done fine there, frankly. Okay, so Lord Vader versus CLS. Remember, this is with the Chupio Cron, which means tons of bonus protection. Or is it's protection up is what it is. I mean, they are effectively the same thing, I guess. But bonus protection doesn't have a buff associated with it. It's just bonus protection. So, I mean, this one's pretty simple. We just want to pop our ult. IPD is here because if things go disastrously and they kill IPD, then he's able to at least boost Lord Vader's offense total. And otherwise, if he's not ability blocked, he's able to dispel all the buffs on the heroes, because we're not heroes. CLS is the real hero, man. He's the real MVP. Him or Kevin Durant's mom. I don't know which one, but yeah, see, Chupio is kind of ramping this whole time, but it's not that much. He can't be dazed, so there's that. Every time someone takes a turn, Chupio's there, doing his thing. We're kind of debuffed to hell on Royal Guard. Poor guy. Doesn't really know what's going on. He's just kind of confused. But I don't know, I kept wanting to use IPD because I have the IPD Cron here from set 6, which means if he dies, he boosts the team by quite a bit. But I was like, man, I would really like to get good banners here. And so, I mean, it's also nice, though, he's Relic 7, so that means that if Lord Vader pops his ult, when he does, he's gaining that much extra mastery as well, which is nice. And it just feels like we're not doing any damage here, folks. Like, they just regenerate so fast, they get so many turns. It's a whole mess. And then C-3PO was kind of just open. I was like, why don't we just kill C-3PO? That never happens. We never kill 3PO first on this comp. It's kind of fun. And alright, we're already out of our ult. Let's get to our next one, though, because we're starting to get... Oh, I mean, we got max stacks here. May as well. We can get rid of their protection up. Alright, pop that ult, and look at that one shot on Chupio. And then Luke just explodes like the title card. One shot. Just ramped up too much damage. And CLS is like, wait, I didn't realize you could do that. Lord Vader's like, yeah. Yeah, I can, actually. Alright, so this was an interesting comp, folks. Savage with these two. I mean, I kind of like the idea of it. The problem, of course, is that Savage is just not, I don't know, he's not, he is a Sith and the other two aren't Sith, so Savage doesn't have nearly as much support as he normally kind of wants or needs. And now, I didn't have Hux here, so I was kind of nervous about this fight, actually, because all the turn meter gain and everything is present. So, went with Supreme Leader Kylo here, and I mean, just took him out. Easy enough. Now, we only have, 3 teams total left here, I think. So, let's take out this Sana team here with Dash Honshu. Just focused on Sana. You have to dispel at one point, but, okay, so Rolo, she gone. And now Stormtrooper Han does passive damage, folks. Horrifying. Look at all of our health. It's not good. It stole a lot of banners there. For being a really easy fight, it did steal a lot of banners, folks. Okay, so now let's use Jedi Revan with Jedi Luke, and I decided to on Shock T here, just so that we could potentially dispel Magna Guard sometimes. Yeah, so I think he has the tank revive. Yeah, I was checking. I wasn't sure. So I decided to do one hit on him, and then remember, if we killed him, he would just come back, and then he could do his AoE and taunt again, and we didn't want that. So we really want to take out B1. And yeah, come on, do it, do it. He's still marked, so we don't have to hit Magna Guard. Okay, so he gone. Grievous takes a couple turns in a row, which is a mess. And Darth Revan's not feeling great. In fact, he's dead now. Hopefully we can take out this Grievous just with the two of these guys without the lead. I mean, we're still using his leadership ability, so that's good. Yeah, 53, not too bad. And then, all right, I think we have one more here. This fleet zone is just totally crazy. Just three. He's got three of them. Like the three best fleets. So that's the total lockdown fleet zone. So let's use Sith Eternal here against Zorii. And I wasn't sure. Like I felt like probably I didn't need Watt here, but decided that I've been efficient enough that, I don't know, we could probably afford to use Watt, maybe. I just wasn't sure. Like, I didn't have anything else that could beat the Zorii team if Sith Eternal failed, and so we've got to do it. We've got to go. We've got to win. And, alright, we got to the ult without too much incident. Watt is dead, but who cares about him? And that's it, guys. We actually one-shot the whole board. Had a few pretty messy fights, so I think we dropped, I don't know, a certain amount. I'm not really sure. All right, so he's got the crazy fleets here, folks, and yeah, so we're gonna use Executrix in this comp. Gauntlet I had to make slower, which is so dumb, so ridiculously dumb. And right now, I'm wondering, should he cleanse the Scythe or not? And I think the answer is you want to, because you really want the Scythe to be able to use a special, but I think I ended up not doing it this time, at least. So the biggest threat in my mind on this comp versus the Profundity, I mean, sometimes it just goes to total hell. They just kill all your characters. But if it's way worse if they don't kill any of your characters, you can't bring in reinforcements. So thank goodness they killed that TIE Fighter. And now we can, I don't know, run roughshod over them. I decided to do the twist and shout from the Gauntlet, or whatever it's called. Alright, finally got our bomber in, and we're actually starting to do some damage here. So I have to read the abilities every time, folks. It's a mess. I just don't know what to do with Scythe. I don't have much practice. I need to get better at these splits, but I think at one point I even asked chat for help, and no one said anything. They're like, I don't want to help this guy. So we figured it out on our own. Screw you guys. Come on, guys. Come on, boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. I thought that I had exited the game for a sec. Oh, my gosh. That was pretty terrifying. And honestly, like, it's been okay. There it is. 72 no-hassle banners against the best fleet in the game, folks. Okay, so now we can use Negotiator Mirror Match because he has a faster Negotiator than me. So I can just take TIE Fighter Pilot in. I think I was fairly foolish here, actually. I think so. People were saying I should do the buff immunity on the Y-Wing, because then he can't taunt and prevent me from killing Anakin. So, okay, we can get some nips in here, and she can hit Anakin once. And it's looking pretty grim here, folks. Didn't kill her Anakin, we killed Snips. That's it. And now they have another tank. Anakin can do a lot of frickin' damage to us. They focused down one of my... Oh, never mind. I'm just going crazy, guys. They tried to focus something down. Alright. We gotta heal. We're all still kind of alive-ish. That turn meter. Try to dispel Y-Wing and Clone Sergeant. Ended up getting an AoE and killing both of them. So, and putting buff immunity on whoever that was. Gosh, I'm going to sleep, guys. I'm falling asleep. 70 banners. So I'm gonna turn the heat way up. Now I'm getting sleepy. Okay. So just gotta kill this Profundity, or this Executor. I wanted to actually just use my first order, and then I was like, you know what? We have Profundity. Let's just use it. Alright. Xanadu Blood's gone. And now it's time to just chill out, as I see it. Just don't need to call anyone in for reinforcements. We've got the matter well in hand. Just need to get that ult here as soon as we can. You guys saw me falling asleep there. It's fun. What happened? Oh, it's just fleets? That's why I'm falling asleep, because it's fleets. So this is what I do in Arena every day. Just don't call any reinforcements in, because you don't need the headache. These three will suffice, unless of course Y-Wing's blown out and away initially, right off the bat. Okay, so their capital ships not being here is starting to be a problem for them, of course. And now they're dead. Goodbye. Haha, you're dead. And I'm so happy. Okay, so 2046. That means we dropped just, what? I think 2080 is the soft max, something like that. And so we dropped, what, 34 total banners. My opponent has 5 GLs. He has Starkiller. He's got a lot of weapons in his arsenal. The hope is that we're able to spark a fail at some point, because otherwise the score is pretty beatable. If he doesn't fail at all, it's pretty beatable. So let's go see what the results were, shall we, guys? We're not gonna do the cool transition this time. I'm sorry. Okay, so he actually got through my front zone and my back zone very efficiently. Really, really good scores on everything. He dropped a few here and there, but nothing too crazy. But then he ran into Iden with Stormtrooper and Shore Trooper, and it took 4 to get through that. And I had one shot his board. So at the end of the day, I ended up winning. He dropped 30 on that Iden team, or at least 30. I don't know what his final attempt was, but he might have been, yeah. One way or another. Oh man, I'm gonna go to bed here pretty soon, guys. We got the win. We won by 37, which means he dropped 30. Dropped 30 on Iden, which means I win by 7. Though he was like fleets was what really was screwed with him. Otherwise, he was more efficient than me on land. Other than that fail, so good on him. I hate efficiency matches, man. They're pretty sketch. They're stressful. They're I don't know. There's a lot of tension there, but we still won, and that's good. And he did place a really crazy defense on fleet, at least. I'm glad we could answer that. And honestly, like, this could have gone either way. There was a few fights you guys saw that I was like, I don't know, we're gonna fail this probably. And then I was able to wrestle it back into compliance, but we did struggle a little bit. And then finally, I am back in the top 30. So I mean, I think I am just number 30 right now, in fact. So, I don't know, it seems like I'm spending more and more time in the top 50 lately. Like my gameplay's improved, though maybe that's just in 3v3. 5v5, I mean, I've had some pretty good seasons in 5s as well, folks. So, I don't know, what are you guys' thoughts? You excited for 3s to end? I'm a little bit excited, though. 5s is going to be such a weird brand of BS, honestly. You know, I'll have Riva, so it'll be a party for me. But alright, guys, I'm going to call it good. I'm going to go to sleep, get some shut-eye. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails, even in getting shut-eye, apparently. Take care, guys.